Wow. I mean, wow. For the first time ever, first of all, what's up, y'all? It's your boy BT Kingsley. Man, welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. Married to the Lakers, but the NBA is my side chick. For the first time ever, we are starting this episode on the NBA. We are going to see my side chick first, okay? This is the craziest game one of the craziest games I've ever seen, but I am not surprised. Let's talk about it, man. Finals. Biggest comeback in finals history. One of the craziest games in sports history. Crazy game for New York. I'm not going to lie to you. The way that New Yorkers have been acting, I feel like there's been an energy where everybody's kind of, I ain't going to say rooting for the Spurs, but it was like, we kind of wanted it for y'all, but the way y'all kind of moving, it's like, y'all making it tough. But boy, game is crazy. So you guys already know the results with what happened. If you're watching this, game four, the first two games, the Knicks win. We get back into New York. They lose that game three. Game four, they're down the whole game, down by like 29 points at one point. And slowly but surely, they pull it out from a great performance by Jalen Brunson. Cat was in foul trouble really early, and a great performance from OG Anunoby. You know what, man? Let's just call a spade, baby. Why do I have this channel? It's because I be having sports takes, and I very often have been right for years. I consume a lot of NBA content. I feel like I know the game well, and if you don't believe me, in normal world, in my regular life, I might not tell you I told you so. But today, I'm telling I told you so. Let's go back to the last video. You could go about 27, 28 minutes in. As soon as I start talking about it, I tell y'all what's going to happen in this matchup. I tell you guys that OG is going to be a major factor in it. I tell you I don't like this matchup for the Spurs. Now, y'all can keep sitting over here acting like, not y'all, you guys are great. But people can keep sitting over here acting like the Knicks ain't a good team, and you're going to start looking silly because I think Brian Windhorst said it great, the best. He says, I'm not going to let them do this to me again. For whatever reason, we keep saying that the Knicks ain't that good of a team, and they keep beating people. So I'm not doing this again. I'm not sitting in this world where I'm betting that they're not going to be able to pull it off. This Knicks team, yes, they lost to Indiana, but they beat Boston before Tatum tore that Achilles. They had dog walked Boston. They were done. They were cooked. They're for real. And the OG Anunoby thing is so interesting to me because outside of Mike Brown and Harrison Barnes, who's not getting that much run, he's probably the best player on both of these teams that has championship experience. He's won a championship before. If you look at his face after the game, he's not like, "Oh yeah, this is the greatest thing ever." He's not crying. He's not doing all the red because he knows it's not over yet. He's like, "No, no, no. We still got work to do. This actually wasn't a good game." But I don't like him as a matchup for them. Let me tell you something about these Spurs, man. Let me divide it. Let's talk Knicks first. I thought the comeback was great. I thought they played smart basketball. I thought they really fought the whole time. They slowly walked them down methodically. I love Brunson's aggression later on. I loved how they turned up their defense. Cat was finally able to get involved without getting too many fouls. I love Jose Alvarado coming into the game. I wanted him to be a Laker so bad. He just feisty and nasty and little and you know what I mean? And he's poised and he gonna fight with you, even though he ain't got that much size on him. He a little pit bull. I like him a lot. And they just slowly kind of walked it down. Great coaching by Mike Brown, getting a little pressure off of him. This is a good example for you guys to understand something that happens with Luka as we venture into the Lakers. This is why you need another high skill level ball handler next to Luka so he can relieve some of that pressure. This is ideally why you got Brunson or uh, Kyrie or AR. It's like you need somebody to get a little pressure off of them so then we can set up the offense another way. So that was beautiful. I don't think he ever ran them together before. So run them together in a game like this. Beautiful job, Mike Brown. Great coaching, great scheme. Too late for them to plan for it. He got that pressure up off of Brunson, and then Brunson was able to get a little loose, hit some buckets, whatever, whatever. But that boy OG, man, he big. He big. He's strong. He 240. He got 30 to 35 pounds on Julian Champagnie, and they do not have an answer for him. Knicks beat Spurs. Spurs beat OKC. OKC beats the Knicks. That's how I see it. Because you have to imagine, this is the Spurs right now. The Spurs are OKC with no Hardenstein and Chet running the five. That's the size dynamic of the team, not the skill, because they don't have Shea and all that other stuff. I'm just saying the size dynamic is you got three guards, a dude that's actually a three playing your four, and no weight, no strength, no strongness on the team. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't see champions win like that. You need an enforcer. You need somebody nasty. You need somebody that's gonna go mix it up, and you need some strength on the team. So I never liked. I just don't. I never thought I just don't like this matchup for the Spurs. It just is what it is. Now let's talk about the Spurs. Outside of me not liking the matchup, outside of them wasn't, because clearly they've been in a lot of these games and they've had a chance. Why do I think that they are not going to win this? I hate their offense. I hate their offense. I think the players are good. I think their schemes are terrible. They shoot way too many threes to not have no 3-point shooters. You guys, I'm not hating on the Spurs. Go look up the numbers. Everybody on their team, De'Aaron Fox, Vassell, Champagnie, um, Castle, Harper, Wimby, everybody. All these people you see shooting up threes, not one of them shoot 40%. Not one of them shoot 39%. I think Champagnie shoots 38, and I think Vassell shoots 36, and everybody else is under that. And if you know anything about 3-point shooting, that's not great. League average is like 36, 37. So Castle's shooting 33. De'Aaron Fox is shooting 33. Wimby shoots 34. They're not a great 3-point shooting team. Why they take so many threes, I do not know. I thought a lot of them games against OKC would have been not as close had they not shot so many threes. So yes, on skill alone, if they got other advantages, they'll win. They don't have them advantages against the Knicks. I don't like their offense. I think it's terrible. But it is what it is. I'm gonna tell you this though. I don't want to hear none of that. Man, the Spurs lost it. The Spurs are a better team. They're not a better team if they lose 4-1, 4-2. They're not a better team. They're not. They're not a better team if they lose 4-1, 4-2. They're not. They're not. They're not a better team. I don't care how you try to draw it up. That's the beauty of NBA basketball. You got to play 7 games. That means that they played 5 times and they lost 4 of them. Well, they're the better team. No, they're not. Wemby, you're not the better team. I digress. Great game, great comeback, very intense. The one advantage, I said this before, is if De'Aaron Fox ever looks like De'Aaron Fox, it helps the Spurs a lot. And right next to that is the schedule. The fact that it is a Wednesday and they don't play till Saturday, and then they don't play again till Tuesday after that, and then they don't play again till Friday. Those 2 and 3 days in between, very, very helpful for the Spurs because Wemby be winded. Now, it's not his fault. He's coming off that season where he had the blood clots. He's coming into this season, and the Spurs babysit him kind of all season. 27 minutes here, 28 minutes, 29. Most superstars play 34, 35, 36 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they blowing the team out, then that's when you get your rest. But they played that. So you asking him to go from 26 minutes to 42 minutes, 28 minutes to 42 minutes, 44 minutes, 48 minutes. You want him to play the whole. Wemby was cooked. He went up to step to that line to shoot them 2 free throws. I said he finna miss these free throws. I'm looking at his legs. I just saw him holding his shorts. He tried to shoot it twice. They was up by 29. And he wouldn't sit him down. It was up by 29. And he still ran him 40 minutes into the ground. That's not good. Their coach is, I mean, the team's responsible, but when the team's this young and you've got them this far, I'm putting this on the coach. Even though the coach young, it's your job, bro. If he get fired, I get it. They might need a more experienced coach to come in there and get them organized. And I mark my words. You think I'm wrong? You don't believe me? You think you disagree? Mark my words and mark my words good. They will get some size on this team. The Spurs will make moves to find a real power forward or two. They don't have any. They don't have a, and they're probably gonna find a center that's a little stronger that they can rely on. Mark my words. They don't have none. And it's sad. They do not have one. They need one really bad. They don't need Keldon Johnson and Vassell and Castle and Fox and what's the name. So I don't know how they do this. I think a deal could be made, maybe Fox for Paolo Banchero. If Orlando doesn't get what's that boy name? If Orlando can't get if they can't get Giannis, maybe that's the play. But they need a power forward badly. Please, 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 God, don't let them get the dude I'm about to talk about. As I transition into the Lakers, please don't let the Spurs get Bobby Portis. Please, please. I want Bobby Portis on the Lakers. He a real three-point shooter. He a real four. He's also could be backup five. He's strong. He nasty. He rebound. As we moving on to the Lakers. Lakers need Bobby Portis. Let me tell you what the Lakers' priority should be. You need to go get Robert Williams Jr. He should be top priority. We need a five that is good. I know he be injured. I know you can be hurt so much. So what? It's so what? Because ain't nobody in the league got his skill set. He blocks shots. He rebounds. He might even can shoot the three. He's strong. He got a high motor. Only thing that happens is you got to babysit him throughout the season because he can't play that many minutes. Cool. He's not the starting center. I got it. Got it. Jackson Hayes is really good. Jackson Hayes and Wemby and Luka got a nice little thing going. Cool. You put Luka and Jackson Hayes together, let them run it out. Jackson Hayes is a workhorse. He don't mind playing. Cool, you got Robert Williams. If you go get a Bobby Portis, now you got a small ball three, and I'm okay with you drafting one. Now you got 4 big men on the court. And if you get Bobby Portis, then that kind of makes up for if we do or do not keep Rui. If we keep Rui, great. If we lose Rui, that's okay too. But Bobby Portis can shoot that three, and he rebounds, and he defends, and he big, and he nasty. And Robert Williams, he defends, and he big, and he strong, and he nasty. And that's what we need. Get another guard or two. I like Kelly Oubre. I like Kelly Oubre. I like maybe getting I like Quentin Grimes. We need another somebody to kind of hawk a high level. What's the name? And that's how y'all know I've been counting the players off. We know Luka and AR are gonna be there. We know Jackson Hayes is gonna be there. All right, cool. So who do you put around them? We know Marcus Smart gonna be there. Got it. I don't know if Bron's staying or not. But if you get Bobby Portis and you get Robert Williams and you get Kelly Oubre and you get Quentin Grimes or whoever it is, somebody that can guard 1 through 3 effectively. I don't care who that person is. I would appreciate if we spend some money on them, but I don't care. They need to be able to guard 1 through 3 and not be named Marcus Smart. And then you also go add Matisse Thybulle. And we rolling. You got some high motor athletes, and then on the margins, I'm going to keep saying this, and y'all mark it down. This is why we do this, baby. Mark it down. Jonathan Isaac, I think, is getting waived. Lakers should pick him up. He be hurt all the time. Pick him up. Pick him up on a vet minimum. or something cheap, 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 cheap. If you got to drop him, you got to drop him. You need to get rid of Vando. You got to get rid of Dalton anyway. And if somebody want a dude for a great piece, then so be it. All right. I don't want to give up a dude, but we got to do what we got to do. Get Jonathan Isaac. If you could pull off Cam Thomas, you pull off Cam Thomas. And for the life of me, please go get Kenny Lofton Jr. I want you guys to go watch the tape of Wemby and Kenny Lofton. I want you to go watch the tape, man. He's over in China. He just lost hella weight. I think he's down like maybe 30, 40 pounds. Go get Kenny Lofton Jr., a player with that much high upside that's put up 40 in the league before. Go get Kenny Lofton Jr. I don't know this man. I don't care about. Go get Kenny Lofton Jr. We need some players with some high upsides. Bring him in, a non-guarantee. Give him a 1 and a non-guarantee year. He will gladly come over from China and play with us. I promise you to reevaluate his series. He big, he's strong, he nasty, he can shoot a three, he can handle, he can dribble, he rebound, he do everything, and he big as hell. Please, for goodness sake, please go get this boy. Because if he don't, mark my words, he gonna end up somewhere. Hey, he gonna end up somewhere, and somebody gonna be like, man, what was up, boy? How we miss getting it off in the junior? And I'm like, he could have been a Laker. That's how I feel about Jose Alvarado. I'll see y'all soon, man. Follow the page, man. It's your boy BT Kingsley. Drafts coming up soon. We'll be kind of intense on that. I'm telling you now, I'm not gonna be watching college players to figure out who we picking up in the draft, but I expect us to make moves on draft day. Let's lock some people down. Let's make some good moves on the margins. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy, Kingsley.